Hello everyone, thanks for watching this video. For this video I'm going to be doing a little bit of exploring with some of the lures I got in and around some of the coves on the north coast here of the island. Got a slightly different setup to the kayak this morning. I'm trying out this new little centre console that I've got. I've not got the tackle pod and the fish finder and the rod holders and the GoPro mount and all that this morning in the centre, so it's a little bit lighter feel to it this morning, which is nice. Yeah, at least it's flat out here for a change. So yeah, hopefully find some fish today, and hopefully you enjoy this video. So there we go guys, this is the Lazy Lure Striker. Nice baitfish pattern, sort of pachinko 125 style. It's just got a different cupped nose on it. It does give a little bit more of like a pop and splash, but let's just see how it goes. There might be a fish in here, there might not. I'm hoping there is. Just a little flick. Across the bay, right across the bay. It's a little bit quiet in here. Usually after like 2 or 3 chucks you can figure out if you're going to get something. I'll give it a chuck outside this bay, sort of out into the mouth of it, and see, because there might be something sat a little bit further out. It's not too deep either. You never know. That wind's picking up a tad a little bit. It is due to pick up later on, probably in about an hour or so. Not by much I don't think, but we're just going to persevere with it. I'm just going to pull out of this little bay, guys. Unfortunately it looks like bay number 1's a note, but there are a couple of little bits just outside here which I'll try. Let's try a little bit of sink and draw in and around here. Big Savage gear on, well I say a big one, I think it's 31 gram Savage. It's quite snaggy round here, but there might be a... oh yeah, there we go. Whoa, straight in guys. This is a bass, I think. Yeah, I'll get the net just in case though. Straight away on the Savage gear there guys. Hey, blank saver. Couple of casts into the session guys, absolutely nailed that Savage gear on a sink and draw, really close to that headland. What I'll do, get him unhooked for you guys. There we go. Chuck the lure over the side. I'll dip him in the water, keep him okay, whilst I get the front GoPro on. Well guys, pretty good to get one straight away on the softy. Not a bad one, but not massive. There you go guys. First little chuck with a softy, Savage Gear in pearl, 31 gram. In against the rocky headland here. And sink and draw method pretty much straight away. He must have been sat in the kelp waiting for any fish coming through in that tide. But yeah, there's a nice one to start the trip off. So we've saved the blank, couple of casts into the trip, so happy with that. Nice to get one pretty much straight away on sort of a method that I probably wouldn't have done on this stretch of coastline. When I'm fishing the bays, I usually just go straight to the coves because that's where I'm more confident. But when I was out with my friend Nick, who's also fished this area quite a bit, he was saying to me, I'm missing out on so much opportunity to get a lure in and around these rocky margins that are right up against the cliffs, and just put a softy across the cliff face and just do a sink and draw and retrieve it in. And when I was out with him last time, I did that, and pretty much straight away again had a nice fish here. So I've made it a bit of a habit just to stop and have a couple of chucks here and there, just to make sure I'm not missing out on anything. But yeah, sink and draw method here works pretty good. Literally just most of the time you're going to get the take when it's just falling through the water. Oh, there was a bite. I had a hit there guys. Right, I'm just gonna scoot up this headland a little bit and maybe check out the corner, the point there. Just check that out quickly before we get round to the next cove. Right guys, it's pretty flat here, so I'm not too sure if this will be the right lure in this area. Maybe it's a little bit too much, so what I'm going to do is go into my new little center tackle storage, which, look at that guys, that is clip on and clip off with one of these Railblazer products. I can literally clip this on, clip this off as I please, and I don't have to keep lures in there. I could keep a couple of small leads, do some inshore ledgering, stuff like that, a couple of floats, go do some live baiting for the bass. It's just a nice, quick and less bulky, let's just say, than my tackle pod. Although I do like the tackle pod, this is a less bulky option for me, and I would say it's ideal for anyone that's perhaps looking to kit out a kayak that's, let's just say, maybe not rigged up for sea fishing, just a normal touring kayak that they want to sort of rig up for fishing, that they've maybe found online cheap. And yeah, just a couple of Railblazer products, screw that into the center, get it nice and watertight, and yeah, you got yourself a nice little tackle storage there. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to tuck up in here and cast the lure out into this area. I think maybe even just stop off this reef here, casting in towards the bouldery area there. All around here guys is ideal. We'll try now maybe and see. There's a little bit of surface weed. Usually it's absolutely packed with weed in here, but not today. Let's see, try this. Nothing on that one. Try for a cave bass. Oh, did you see that, guys? That was only about £1.5, if that. Oh, that was funny. I stopped the lure when I seen him coming up and he actually still went for it. That was quite funny. So there's fish in here. I'm hoping there's a bigger one lurking in this area here. Well guys, unfortunately nothing in that second cove area, but what I'm going to do is just move round to the next sort of part of the headland on the north coast here, and just see if there's anything in this next little bit of bay area that's there. It's quite bouldery, reefy, stuff like that, so I'll move around there best speed now. These reefs here and just see if I can find a fish. The last couple of sessions I've done in here, it's been, you could have bloody surfed it. It's been really bad with the swell. Looked really fishy, just a little bit too difficult for me on the kayak, I think. So I'm just gonna flick the softy in and around this area, a couple of quick casts. Pretty sure that reef's up that way. It's probably one of the negatives about not having the fish finder. Just going off the top of my head here, really. Oh, there was a bite. Definitely a bite then. Might have been a little schoolie. Definitely a little pluck then on the rod tip, for sure. Definitely. Just gonna get clear of these rocks really quick, hopefully without getting snagged. Sometimes when doing the sink and draw method, I notice that my line stops sinking, and that's sometimes when you've got a fish hitting it. Got sight on here, guys. Not very big. What is that? Little bass. Little bass on the Savage Gear. I literally stopped the lure then just to turn my other GoPro on behind me, and had that one. He's not net worthy, but he is feisty. Come on, mate. Let's get you unhooked. Oh, I didn't even have the GoPro on. All right, mate. All right, all right. You're hooked better than the other one. There we go. The other one was only just hooked. There we go, guys. A lot smaller than the first one, but I'll take that. There's some nice ones around today. Off he goes. I must have got right onto that reef then, that's underwater still. That wind's picked up a little bit. You can see there's a little bit of a bounce on the surface of the water there. Right, so we've had a fish in this patch. I'm actually going to move further up, I think, guys, and check out the last point there of my journey, and then I'll work my way back. We'll see if we can get a fish on that one and then start paddling back. I know there's fish here, so yeah, that should be all right for on the way back. It seems like the softies out fishing the top water today. So guys, just coming up to this next point now then, just in front here, there's probably going to be quite a bit of tide. Don't know if you can make it out on the camera there, but it is really ripping out that way. So what you've got here is the rock that comes down. It stays rock till about there. From there to there it's all rock, and it just does this like sort of saddle little part here. It's like a deeper channel in the rock that dips down. So gonna try and flick a lure in around there, and then there'll be the point of the last part of the rock, which probably be protruding out of the water soon, but there's definitely a lot of tide here, so gonna paddle right up to it, chuck a lure past it, and then just retrieve a softie through it. Hopefully I don't get snagged, because it is pretty rocky here. So yeah, we're in and around the right area. You can see the tide ripping here. There's a fish there jumping straight away in this tide. I don't know what that was. That looked brown, that looked like a pollock. But we're right over this reef here, this part of the rock. There might be some fish coming through in this tide. There's a fish. Little bass. Let some line out, see if I can grab the leader. The tide is absolutely peeing past here. Small bass this. There we go, guys. Probably like second cast hit. See, it is a little bit bouncy there. That is literally just the wind against tide, I think, coming through here. And there is quite a bit of tide, but that's why there's some fish here. I don't have any metals on me, but they'd be ideal right now. Guys, heading back in now, but gonna be fishing some of those bays on the way back, and after fishing that point, having a fish there, I've come back down to this other one. Now the tide's dropping slightly, there's another reef exposing, so I'm just going to be fishing a slightly lighter lure over this one. I've got the Lazy Lures Arctic Assassin. I'm just going to be chucking that around the reef, hopefully pick something up. There's not much tide here at the moment, so as it's a battle at the moment, wind against tide, wind seems to be winning, so I'm not feeling it just yet, but gonna give it a flick and try. Might have to move back to the one of the coves again and give that a try with small softies, because they seem to be out fishing the hard baits today. Got a fish on here, guys. What is this? Oh, wrasse, I think. Yeah, foul hooked wrasse. Just vertically fishing this little lazy lures on the side of the reef. Oh, hopefully he's all right. He's just hooked in the belly there a bit. Come on, mate, let's get you sorted. I thought that was a good fish then, foul hooked wrasse. There we go. Foul hooked. He's gone back all right. There's some fish there. There's definitely some fish there. Gonna try the other side of the reef. Just bring it across. There's a fish. Oh, that's not too bad, I don't think. What is this? I reckon this could be a bass. It's not bad, not massive, mind you. What is it? Wrasse again. Thought it was a bass. Nice green wrasse that. I thought that was a bass, the way it was fighting. It's the best wrasse of the morning. It's a nice one, that. Check that out, guys. Nice green wrasse. He's gonna flap, isn't he? That's a beauty. Look at the colours on that. Nice green and gold underneath. Off you go, mate. That wind is not helping whatsoever. Just going to do a slow straight retrieve, see what happens. Just bringing this lure past the reef. Couple of twitches, couple of cheeky twitches there. See what happens. Well, that didn't take long on the Arctic Assassin. This one's a slightly better fish. Look at that, guys. So just had this one on the Arctic Assassin, guys. Not sure if I even had my GoPro on. I just put a new battery in before. I don't know if I turned it on. But I just flicked this little Arctic Assassin at that reef that's just starting to expose. There you go, guys. There's one on the Arctic Assassin. Just bringing that little softy over that reef. Now that it's a bit shallower, I've switched over to the small Arctic Assassin from Lazy Lures, and yeah, pretty much straight away had that bass over the top of this little reef that's starting to get exposed with this drop in tide. Yeah, he went pretty good, that one. Not sure if I had my camera on or not, but yeah, a nice one to start the return journey. So hopefully a couple more of these before we go back in. There might be some bait getting washed around there and the bass are taking advantage of that. There's a fish right under the kayak. Little wrasse. Little wrasse this time. Oh, no, you don't want to go down there, mate. Come on, up we come. Don't spite me, I've already been spiked this morning. There we go. Well guys, that wind's picked up a little bit now on that other reef there that I was going to fish, and it's just going to destroy the drift, so I'm going to head back in. But I hope you enjoyed this video. If you enjoyed the video, then hit the like button and subscribe to the channel, that would be much appreciated. Until next video, until next trip out on the kayak, tight line, safe paddling, I'll catch you in the next video.